In the heart of a vibrant village named Morina, nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling river, the annual Night of the Stars was the most awaited event of the year. Villagers prepared for weeks, gathering seeds for the communal feast, weaving colorful cloth for ceremonial attire, and polishing handmade drums that would echo throughout the night. It was a time to honor their ancestors, share stories, and celebrate their rich traditions under the luminous African sky. This year, 11-year-old Nomsa and her best friend Sipho were particularly excited. Their village mentor, Elder Kofi, often regaled them with tales of the ancestors who watched over them from the stars, guiding their paths and filling their hearts with wisdom. It was said that on this night, those who sought knowledge would receive it in a dream, so long as they honored the traditions of their forebears. As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over Morina, the village buzzed with energy. Women adorned themselves with brightly colored kanga wraps, and men painted their faces with intricate designs, drawing inspiration from the animals and plants that surrounded them. Children ran and laughed, their excitement palpable as they prepared for the festivities. But Nomsa and Sipho had a secret plan. Caught up in the thrill, they decided they would hold a special ceremony at the edge of the village, away from the adults. They believed they could create their own version of the Night of the Stars, one that would attract the celestial spirits even more fiercely. "Let's do it ourselves," Nomsa exclaimed, her eyes twinkling with mischief. "We'll dance and sing under the stars without waiting for the elders." "Okay," Sipho agreed enthusiastically. "We can make our own fire. It will be magical." As night fell, they quietly slipped away from the main gathering, the sounds of drums and laughter fading behind them. The energy was electric as they found a cozy spot beneath a large baobab tree, which stood tall and proud, its branches stretching out like welcoming arms. Nomsa pulled out bits of wild sage from her pouch, a treasure her grandmother had told her stories about. "This will please the spirits and let them know we're here," she said confidently. With an old clay pot they found, they prepared a small offering of roasted corn, something savory and special for their ancestors. As they set the ingredients carefully in front of the tree and lit a small fire, cracks of excitement filled the air. They began to chant and dance, their footfalls echoing the heartbeat of the earth. However, lost in their revelry, they were unaware that they had drawn the attention of mischievous spirits who often wandered between worlds, curious about the children's absence from the larger celebration. Just as Nomsa and Sipho were about to begin telling their favorite tales under the stars, the earth rumbled lightly, shivering leaves from above. The two looked at each other, eyes wide. "Did you feel that?" Sipho asked, his voice quivering slightly. "It's just the excitement of the night. Now come on, let's tell a story," Nomsa declared, trying to shake off the unease. However, the spirits, feeling unwanted, had other plans. They conjured illusions, a flock of fireflies that danced above the fire, swirling and flickering as if performing for the children. Nomsa and Sipho were entranced, thinking this was a sign from the ancestors. But soon, the ambience shifted as the bright fireflies turned into ghastly shadows reflecting their greatest fears. Nomsa saw her village deserted, and Sipho envisioned himself lost and alone. "The spirits are trying to tell us something," Sipho shouted, trying to stand strong. "We need to honor the real traditions, not this secret gathering." Nomsa, seeing the fear in her friend's eyes, realized he was right. "We need the elders. We can't do this alone," she agreed, heart racing. They quickly gathered their offerings and extinguished the small fire, the dancing shadows fleeing with it. As they hurried back towards the village, they felt a lingering presence behind them, a gentle whisper in the wind, urging them forward. "Trust the wisdom of the elders," it seemed to say. Once they arrived at the heart of the festivities, the brilliant fire lit the communal area, and the sound of drums filled the air with life. Elder Kofi stood at the center, calling upon the ancestors, his voice resonating with authority and warmth. Nomsa and Sipho slipped into a crowd, blending in with the other villagers who greeted them with relief upon their return. After a while, the elder turned his gaze upon them, his wise eyes filled with understanding. "Where have you two been?" he asked, his voice gentle but firm. We wanted to create our own ceremony," Nomsa confessed, looking down. But we learned that we got lost in our excitement and forgot to honor the traditions properly. Elder Kofi chuckled warmly, gathering them close. My dear children, the night is sacred not because of what we desire alone, but because we acknowledge those who came before us. They are part of our present and our future. With newfound insight, they joined the villagers, sharing in the storytelling, dancing, and feasting. As the night deepened, they gazed up at the stars, each one a reminder of the ancestors, guiding them with love and wisdom. They felt gratitude for the night's lessons and understood the importance of community, respect for tradition, and the balance between curiosity and guidance. The Night of the Stars that year was filled with laughter, reverence, and connection, highlighting the essence of what it truly meant to be part of Morina. Nomsa and Sipho knew that they would carry these lessons forever, honoring their ancestors, their friends, and the vibrant tapestry of life woven through the stars.